Hey, good morning. Yeah. Oh, I'm going to briefly talk about socialism. What is socialism? Well, public health care is socialism. Labor unions are socialism. Public education is socialism. Public roads are socialism. Socialism is the idea that when you pay taxes, you should benefit from those taxes. And it's the idea that being rich shouldn't mean that you are inherently immune to the consequences of your actions. Now, some people think that unrestricted capitalism is a wonderful thing, mainly because they think that in unrestricted capitalism, they will be part of the billionaire class, the millionaire and billionaire class, the ruling class. The reality, of course, is no, you won't be. Neither you nor I will be part of the ruling class. Neither you nor I will be part of the owner class. Neither you nor I will be valued as human beings because we will not have the wealth necessary to be valued as human beings. Because in unrestricted capitalism, your entire value as a human being is tied directly to and is in fact an expression of how much money you have. Yeah. When you're rich, you can do anything you like because you are worth more. When you are poor, you're not allowed to do anything except obey submissively because you are worth less. You are worthless. Yeah. Do you want to know what an unrestricted capitalist society looks like today? Look at the American Deep South. Today, in the American Deep South, people work in factories where they have no unions, no protections. They bid against each other to see who can do the job for less. It's called right to work. And what it is you go to a factory and you say, well, those guys are all being paid $5 an hour. I can do that same job for $4.50 an hour. And everybody that works there has to then bid under you. So you keep bidding under each other. You underbid one another until eventually one of you says, well, I'll do it for free. Yeah, that's unrestricted capitalism. Unrestricted capitalism is when your boss or your manager can come up to you any day of the week and say, that's a mighty purty wife you got there, Jim Bob. Why don't you bring her around to the office tomorrow and I'll show her my gun collection? And you have to bring your wife into work tomorrow to sexually service your boss in order to keep your job. That is unrestricted capitalism. It's not everybody becomes a millionaire or billionaire overnight. It's the rich get richer and get more rights, and the poor get poorer and have fewer rights and more responsibilities. So yes, you may think you want unrestricted capitalism because you think with unrestricted capitalism you'll get the big car, you'll get the big house, you'll get the beautiful wife. But that's not how it works. The people that are already rich get all those things. They get to keep all those things. But you, as part of the working class, the poor, the proletariat, and you are the proletariat, you get nothing. In fact, you get less than nothing. The few rights that you have as a worker are yours because socialists protested. Socialists formed unions and they marched and they stood down police forces and government agents and Pinkerton boys, and they stood up and fought back. And they fought so well that eventually the government was forced to concede and grant rights to workers. These rights were not given freely by corporations. These rights, the corporations fought against these rights tooth and nail. And now we're seeing unions disappear. They're disappearing, which means the only protection workers have is disappearing. Every law that protects workers was fought for by workers. And every law that benefits workers is being undermined by corporations, tycoons, and the politicians that are owned by tycoons. Unrestricted capitalism, where workers have no rights and where rich people can do whatever they damn well please without fear of consequences. And no, you're not going to be one of those rich people. You're just not. It's not going to happen. Yes, the American Deep South is a perfect example of unrestricted capitalism. There are no labor unions. There are no rights for workers. The police, the courts, the sheriff's office, they all work for the corporate tycoons, the rich people. They don't work for you. Your taxes are used to pay for the guns of the police, to pay for the building of new prisons, to imprison workers who dare to protest, who dare to complain about conditions. Prisons, incidentally, also that are used as slave labor facilities to undercut your wages as a worker, forcing you to bid lower and lower and lower until the day when you finally have to say, I'll do it for free. Just give me a crust of bread at the end of the day to feed my family. I'll do the job for free. And that's when unrestricted capitalism has you by the balls. Because then you're bringing your wife in to service your boss in order to keep your job. It's a mighty purty wife you got there, Jim Bob. Why don't you bring her around the office and I can show her my gun collection? Heh, 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 heh. Yeah. Is that what you really want to hear? No? Then stop fighting against socialism. Stop supporting unrestricted capitalism. Vote socialist. It's in your best interests. Have a nice day.